Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for supporting this channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, Donald Trump is the gift that keeps on giving, if you could put it like that. Things are being revealed that I never thought would be revealed before, and people are speaking out that I never thought would speak out. So I came across this white woman calling out a Chinese woman, and she is speaking nothing but facts. So I'm going to let you hear her.
When Black Americans tell you that they're sitting this one out and they are not going to get involved with all of this stuff that's going on in America because they did their job on November 5th, I'm here for it. And I'll tell you why I'm here for it. Angie Wong was on CNN with Abby Phillips. Angie Wong is second-generation Chinese. And somehow Angie Wong, being second-generation Chinese, who was previously excluded from the United States of America because of the Chinese Exclusion Act, that the civil rights movement changed to allow her parents to come here, to then have her here in America, that they are no longer allies to anyone but white people. She was president of America first. She's a Republican. She is talking about the people in New York, that they're fearful, and that's why people move to Florida, and how much land they can get in Florida. I'm a Floridian. Florida is one of the most expensive states in the United States of America, and I'm going to tell you how expensive they are. Your property tax is a mortgage in itself, even when you get homestead exemption, so that's a lot of bullshit. The public supermarkets are one of the most expensive supermarkets in the United States of America. Everything down here is expensive in Florida. So trying to rationalize it with New York is bullshit. I bought a house in Broward County. That house was built in the 1970s. It was a prefab house for $35,000. The house today, the taxes on that house is $11,000. And supposedly, the house is worth $400,000. The house is not worth $400,000. I mean, I sold the house back in the 2000s, but I am telling you, I lived there for 20 years. It's not worth $400,000. So Angie Wong is claiming all the rich people will leave. Well, when they get to Florida, they will find some tax bills that they have never seen. And Angie Wong is typical of why the black people in America have said they're sitting this one out. Because the minute that they come here, they realign themselves with the same people who try to exclude them and then learn how to oppress the people who were here already. That is a typical immigrant who does not want, these Asians, they do not want to be part of the BIPOC community, and black Americans are disengaging from them, and I don't blame them, because they're 100% right. But go watch that interview with Angie Wong, second-generation Chinese, who was previously excluded from this country, talk about all the white supremacy talking points.
So here is the video with Abby Phillips on a panel with people that included Angie Wong on CNN.
New Yorkers like myself move to Florida during the COVID years, and we're going to have a second wave, and we've got plenty of land and real estate down there. You're going to see an exodus if Zoran gets in. And we're already being promised that, not just because of high cost of living, but because of the Jewish base here. They're scared, and I'm hearing from various people here in New York, and they're concerned about their safety living here with a Muslim mayor, and that's the problem.
Highly probable.
They shouldn't.
Because of I mean, hold on. We talked. Hold on. We talked about this yesterday, and since you brought it up, might as well bring it up again. The idea that because he is Muslim, he is a threat to Jewish New Yorkers, is that really what
No,
you're saying?
it's because of his anti-Israel rhetoric that he's been putting out.
But what does
there.
that have to do with him being Muslim? I think this is where things. You can go after his policies, but what does that have to do with his faith?
It's not about his faith. It's because he is perpetuating this anti-Israeli rhetoric, and New Yorkers are hearing it, and they're scared. That's what I'm hearing back from friends. Jewish
He's
friends.
aimed at Bibi.
And
He's aimed at
in that
Bibi.
beat.
He's aimed at a lot at Bibi. He did the interview with Mehdi Hassan, and he aimed at Bibi, not necessarily.
I think
But Abby, he's Muslim. Who cares? That's not the point here. His policies are the problem. I think his biggest deficiency is defund the police. If he sticks to that, I think Mayor Adams has a great shot of winning this thing. But if Cuomo gets in the race, I think Zohan's the next mayor
I think
of
you're
New
right.
York.
I think that also, well, I'm not even going to spend my time on Cuomo, but I think that I don't think he is defund the police. He has this perspective on public safety that a lot of people have, is that for some issues that happen on the street with mental health crisis, if you actually go and look at his policies, he's saying what a lot of Republicans and Democrats have said, that the police are not the answer for all the problems in our city. And actually, a lot of police officers agree with that. I think it comes down to this. I understand that Jewish Americans in this country are feeling very fearful. They have a right to, because anti-Semitism is on the rise, and crimes towards Jewish people have been on the rise. Just like during COVID, crimes towards Asian Americans were on the rise because of rhetoric. So we have to be really careful about why people should not be afraid of him becoming mayor because he is Muslim. People should be afraid because anti-Semitism lives in this country. And he does have policies. I don't live in New York, so I didn't vote for him. But he does have policies that he would put some of his budget towards directly making sure that there's an anti-hate component in public safety that is specifically targeted towards Jewish Americans, which is what you want a mayor from us.
So as you can see, this discussion had very little to nothing to do with black people. This was about the guy that won the Democratic primary for mayor of New York City, that's going to have to run against the current mayor, Eric Adams, who used to be a Democrat but is now an independent. So this Chinese woman is talking about how the Jewish community is afraid because if this man, Zohan, whatever his name is elected mayor, then there would be discrimination and anti-Jewish hatred because this man, Zohan, is a Muslim. So this was about Angie Wong, the one in the yellow dress, trying to speak up for the Jewish people as if she's, in the Jewish community. And the white woman before her was trying to say that now she has become a white supremacist. And then she said something about the Chinese or the Asians didn't want to be in the BIPOC community, the black, indigenous, and people of color. Well, black people don't want to be in that either. We don't want to be in that BIPOC either. We've said that too. It's the same old, but the white woman earlier is targeting Angela Wong because she is against a Muslim becoming mayor of New York. Still in all, the woman is saying that these Chinese people come here, and even though America had the Chinese Exclusion Act and other acts that they had trying to keep the Chinese out of the United States, once they get their foot in the door, they become like the white supremacists. So the woman is not wrong. We already know that all of them become like the white supremacists. And all of them, I mean, all of the immigrants become like the white supremacists when they get to the United States and turn on black people, which is why all of this stuff that they have going on with them now is not our fight. And even though people keep trying to drag us in it and try to shame us and embarrass us and trying to make us feel like we're crazy because we're not worried about what's going to happen to everybody else, it's still not our fight. We have to focus on the things that concern us. Am I right about it? let me know. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening.